Do you think it takes days to make a video game? The correct answer is no. No, it doesn't take days. It actually takes about 3 hours. And to make a good video game, you can do it in about 3 hours too. You know, it's not that hard.
Nothing is impossible.
And I have proof people said it was a good game. And I've never done that before, and I'm gonna show you how you can do it too. I'm gonna walk you through my 3-hour journey. You can watch the entire thing on stream, by the way. But here, I'm boiling down 3 hours of my life into about 3 or 4 minutes for you.
What am I supposed to do at this point?
The first step to make a video game in about 3 hours is you gotta embrace the boring of your life. Because you're a boring person, let's be real. For me, I solder my drone. It breaks often, okay? I'm a bad operator. But
There we go. Bye-bye.
I find this game jam and I'm thinking, hey, I solder a lot. I'm going to make a game. Why don't I just combine them? And I made a block soldering game. The theme of the jam was also decommissioned tech. Okay. And my drone often goes out of commission. So 1 + 1 = 2. I make a game about drone soldering, you know, makes sense. But why is this relevant to you? Well, because soldering equals boring. A soldering video game would equal a boring video game. Soldering is simple too, so a soldering video game is simple as well, which means it's a small scope, which means I have more time for polish and I can actually finish the goddamn game. If a video game's finished, it's probably going to be fun because, you know, you have all the mechanics and all the ideas in there. So my advice is start with the boring, make it weird, and suddenly you have a fun video game, or at least you'll be near one. My second piece of advice is use what you know.
Knowledge.
During my stream, I mainly use Godot's tile map. Oops, I spammed that. Okay, yeah, perfect. So I'm good with the tile map. I even built a full tile map library for Godot. I leaned into my strengths instead of my weaknesses, and that let me make the game quicker, especially on a tight deadline, right? Because the reason you're watching this video is because you want to make a game in 3 hours. So use what you know.
I'm a lot more proud of these 7 new bookshelves.
It's dead simple advice, but don't go making an MMO, RPG, ARG, crypto, Web3, AI, Souls-like game, man. That's not what anyone is capable of doing alone, let alone in 3 hours.
And I'm gonna give you the 3 most important things.
My third piece of advice is that the discomfort you will feel when doing this activity in 3 hours is going to be your fuel. Except the current code base is worse than anything I've ever programmed in my life. In about 2 hours of the stream, I'm tweaking harder than those squeakers on the TTC subways, and I'm absolutely shaking from the caffeine I've ingested from the 300 milligram Monster Energy drink I had. But that pain helped me lock in harder. This pain is one that was driving me to push harder, to break my limit, and that was absolute bliss, man. That was absolute bliss. It was painful, sure, but it was truly rewarding. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because when you go through those 3 hours yourself, you're gonna feel it. And you're going to want to quit. But I'm telling you right now, push through it. The rewarding dopamine you get, it's unparalleled, unfelt. It is another plane of existence. You will love to go there again and again. And I'm probably going to do another 3-hour jam on stream again, just because I want that feeling of accomplishment again. And speaking of accomplishment, let's talk about vision real quick.
No, I don't think I will.
Keep your vision tiny. That's my fourth piece of advice right now. Now you might be thinking, I already said that and I'm repeating myself. No, I'm not. I told you to make a simple, boring game at first, but now I'm telling you to make a game with your vision tiny. In fact, I'm not even telling you to make a game. I'm just saying keep your vision tiny when you're making a game in 3 hours. Okay, there's a difference. Because that's not just make a boring, simple game. You can make a big boring game like Fall Guys or Granny, even Baldi's Basics. These are big boring games. They have a lot of moving parts and people will love that stuff. They eat it up all the time. But what I mean is if you have 3 hours, every 10 minutes, you gotta ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now adding to my game? If it's not, drop it, leave it, dip. If it's adding to your game, keep going, keep working on it. You can see multiple times in the stream if you watch it. For the sake of simplicity, let's assume a simple ad box. Simple ad box, okay. So in short, I'm asking you to focus. Remember, the first thing you gotta do is embrace the boring to make a boring game, to make a small game. And now that you have your small game idea, you gotta use what you know, and then you gotta use discomfort as fuel. Remember, you can't just stop when you're feeling tired and you want to eat chips or something. You gotta actually make the small, simple, boring game that you want because people are going to love it. I know it sounds contradictory, but it's true. And then cherry on top is make sure you keep your vision tiny. You just want to get something done in 3 hours that someone can enjoy. It's really simple when you phrase it like that. And the last little piece of advice I want to leave you with, kind of a bonus tip, is if you look at your screen time right now on your phone, I bet that you have 3 hours on a random social media app or something else, and you could probably put those 3 hours to making a game in a game jam. It doesn't have to be the official trijam that I participated in, but what I'm trying to say is you can do something that will change your life in 3 hours if you just follow the 4 steps I outlined above. I hope you make a game in 3 hours. If you link it down below, I will review and do a game design analysis on it if you want. But with that being said, have an amazing day, and if this made you think, oh my god, I hate asking for this, but you know, it would really help out if you hit the little red.
Said I never would know. You treat me like what's easy, not what don't get me dirty. Get me just up.